What's good? What's good? What's good? We back in the building, man. Y'all do me one favor. Hit that like button, that subscribe button. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because it's what? It's free. It don't cost you a dime. It don't cost you a dime. For those that's rocking with me, a big salute. For those that's not rocking with me, a big salute. It's all good on everybody in, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Sit back and let's have a conversation. Y'all know I like to keep it 110 all the way across because that's me. I am Mr. 110, and that's what I do. I keep it 110 all the way across, and I like to talk about real life people with real life authentic stories. In other words, I don't want no fake in my game. I don't want no fake. And I don't want situations or people pretending like they are real. Because we know one thing in life, real is the new slogan that they use in 2024. Real is the new slogan. That's why I say I'm not going to ever keep it 100. I'm going to always keep it 110. Because when you keep it 110, whoever you meet in life, that 10% helps you get past them if they not keeping it 100. Now don't let that go over your head. If you always wake up every day keeping it 110, you make up for the other percentage that the people around you don't have. And that's facts. So today, man, I want to talk about the ghetto trial of the century. And that's not hard to figure out what I'm talking about, right? That's not hard. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it. I'm not. Anytime I come here with a topic, it's because somebody asked me to talk about it and give my opinion. So why not? It's free. You know, we all can talk about it, man. It's free. And I don't let it's public information, and it's being shown every day. It's being shown every day. However, let's talk about the ghetto trial of the century, where it's two DAs that's involved with an individual that's incarcerated, which is same color, and the people that are witnesses are the same color. Everybody is the same color. Everybody. But just because you my color don't mean you my kind. Don't ever forget that. What I mean by that, some people can be the same color as you, born the same color as you, but don't have the same mindset as you. Because sometimes people in life try to appease other people to get to another level in their job career. And they will sacrifice you at any time and point to get there. They would do that. And it's a reason why I call this the ghetto trial of the century. It's a reason why I call it that. Why? Because you have two DAs that are involved. Both of them are black. When other DAs wouldn't even touch this case, but they accepted it. These two women, along with the head prosecutor, Fanny, you know that's an old folks ass name anyway, Fanny. But nevertheless, everybody got a job to do, man. You know, the DA got a job to do, the police got a job to do, the street guy got a job to do. Everybody got a job to do. If you're in the streets, it's your job to get away. If they're in law enforcement, it's their job to catch you. If you a DA or a prosecutor, it's your job to prosecute the people that are involved in the case, right? Everybody know that. You know, so We can't knock every DA because some DAs will do their job and they will prosecute. Excuse me, I didn't say prostitute. Who knows? They might be a prostitute. I don't know. It's two women here. They might have been strippers. It might have been strippers before we got into this. I don't know, man. I don't know their past history, but that shit just came out. So y'all already know none of this shit ain't ever scripted. I'm coming off the dome or whatever I'm saying. And it don't mean it's right. It don't mean it's wrong. It just goes back to everybody got no opinion. So I'm giving my opinion on the YSL case, and everything is ghetto ran. You know, everything is ghetto ran, man. You got fake ass evidence being put in. You got judges that allowing evidence to be put in due to the fact because he was catering to two women. And it almost cost him his career, right? But that's what happens when you try to play ball with people that you're trying to please. He knew it was bull. He knew this case was bullshit, but yet and still he is still allowed it to go on, right? So he got recused from the case. It should have been a mistrial. However, another judge was plugged in and said, "No, we're gonna go on with the case due to the fact because she's still trying to be loyal to her constituents." Which, you know, every judge, all that shit is on the same side of the law. All these people know each other. They seen each other every day, all day in different courtrooms and different cases. So don't think for 1 minute that the young thug lawyer don't know this judge. Don't think for 1 minute he don't know the DA. They've all done each other favors. So for those that have never been incarcerated, it's a favor for a favor. That's the way the system works. You know, every now and then you get somebody that come in there that's a celebrity or thug caliber, and nobody wants to play ball. Why? Because it adds another notch to this particular person's resume. 5 or 6 years from now, these people won't even be DAs no more. And in some cases, when they lose, their ass is out of there. It's kind of like the O.J. Simpson case. When that DA lost that case, she was out of there. So, you know, that's just how this court system shit work. That's how it work, man. But anyway, like I said, this is the ghetto trial of the century, man. And it's being quarterbacked by 2 black DAs. And the head prosecutor is black. And don't think for 1 minute they haven't sit around the table and try to figure out a way to send Thug to prison for a long time, even if it meant doing some crooked shit. But that's just the way the system works. And the only way you beat that is you got to stay out of jail, man. Take yourself out the equation and do what's right. Now, I understand doing what's right ain't always the most popular thing. But at the end of the day, when you reach a certain status in life, you got to have your shit lined up, man. So you don't allow people to enter your circle that will have a chance on getting you or fucking over you. Real spill. And that's all the way across the board. It's all the way across the board. But sometime in life, man, we don't play it like that. Why? Because we try to cater to other people and we try to bring other people up. And that's always the man with the money downfall. Because you're trying to reach back and do some shit to help somebody else and you wind up getting fucked. Because I'm telling you, ain't no loyalty in the streets. A person will tell you this today and tell the police something else tomorrow. And that's real. I've been on that end of the field where a person has told on me and it cost me 25 years of my natural life. And that's as real as I can put it. Ain't no loyalty in the streets. Stop thinking that shit. Quit thinking that. But this is the new culture. This is what they believe in. But I tell you this, ain't nobody going to prison doing no long time. Ain't nobody want to do that, especially when you get in a position where these people are threatening to take your livelihood away from you. And you've never been in that position. You don't know what you're going to do. when they say, you know what, we sending your ass to prison for 40 years, and when you get back, your daughter or your son will be 25 or 30 years old. And this person has never been in this position, but at the same time, he's pretending on the street to be something he's not. And when he get in that motherfucker, it's over. It's over. So get away from that loyalty in the street shit. Stop that shit. And if you're in a position when people are loyal to you, you have to treat them right. Because if you don't treat them right, when they go to court, even though the pressure's already on, they're going to tell it on your ass. Simple as that. Simple as that. They going to tell it. But like I said, man, anyway, I ain't going to be here that long. I just came to get my spiel on the YSL tribe, man. I just came from the gym, so I got to go aisle down. But when I came in my house, this shit was on. So I said, you know what? Let me speak to this shit. Let me speak to it. However, but what I want to do is let me pull up a picture of these two people that's involved and their prosecutors. Let's take a look at them and see why they so motherfucking disgruntled. Look at these two particular people that sit in this courtroom. These two black DAs, females. Look at them. Just take a look at them, and you can ask yourself why they so disgruntled. These women have been played on, manipulated by men their entire life. And I don't know them. I don't know these two women, but I'm looking at what I see. It's jealousy and envy that's involved in this case. It's obvious. The lifestyle that Thug live, these people want that lifestyle. It has already been embedded in people that's in law enforcement. They are envious and jealous of people that has made it to the other side without having to get up and go to work every morning. When they see Thug, they say, you know what? This person ain't worked a day in his life. He shouldn't have all this. This is what he's doing. So let's get rid of his ass. And on top of that, they get a chance to add to their career. They get a chance to add to their career. Their resume, as they call it. Because you can rest for sure, these people are trying to move up. They're trying to move up to be head DAs and judges and all this type of shit. These two particular ladies want something more than to be trying a RICO case against Thug. They want something else. And what better way to get it than to prosecute a known celebrity in Atlanta, Georgia? Take a look at these particular people. I just want y'all to see what they look like, although y'all watch them every day. So anyway, with that being said, man, let's talk about the people that's involved in the case. Let's talk about the people that's involved in the case and the reason why they're involved in the case. And it's a lot of these people that didn't even want to be here. They was forced into this case. They was put in positions to where it assassinates their character, as I like to call it. But we understand, when you in the streets, you put yourself in a position to be asked shit that you don't want to answer. You either lie about it or you tell the truth about it. And any one of those two things gonna get you the same result from the people. And that's real. And that's law of the streets. It's law of the streets. If you involved in a situation and you go to jail, And the people that's in the world are still in the world, and they let you back out of jail on a case that people say, you know what, ain't no way in the hell he's supposed to be free. Nobody has ever got out on that particular case. He got to be snitching. So that's what I mean. You automatic in a twist. Regardless of whether you stay in jail, you get out of jail. The only way that people is going to respect you is if you go to prison and you stay for a long time. And in people's mind, street people, oh yeah, he held it down. That's just the way it is. And you have to give a ball and a strike a strike. Simple as that. Simple as that. But for the people looking in that have never been in this position, they're going to look at you one way anyway, whether you tell it or you don't tell it. And that's real as I can put it. So let's talk about the star witness in this ghetto ass case. It's a ghetto case because it's being handled so ghetto, there's no professionalism being used at no time. Let's talk about the star witness, Woody, right? Shout out to Woody, man. Shout out to Woody. I don't have shit against Woody, man. Why? Because when you in the streets, when the detectives and law enforcement pick you up, it's whatever. It's whatever. Because once again, it goes back to you damn if you do and you damn if you don't. If you tell them the truth, they gonna fuck you. And if you don't tell them the truth, they gonna fuck you. Simple as that. And for people that have never had a real case, you wouldn't even know where I'm coming from. You wouldn't know where I'm coming from. However, the only thing you can do in a situation like that is you got to do what Woody did. You got to do what he did if you want to stay free. And I'm not saying the snitch. I'm not saying the snitch. I'm saying you have to tell these motherfucking people a lie. Because if you tell them the truth, you fucked. And that just keeping it 100. But the people in the world wouldn't understand that though. Because 90% of the people that's watching this case is people that get up and go to work every morning. They ain't never been in no motherfucking trouble. They ain't never had no handcuffs put on them. And that goes back to what I said. Ain't no loyalty in the streets. That very same person that you ride with every day is going to be the person that's sending your ass to jail when the real pressure comes. And that don't mean people ain't taking their licks. That don't mean that. I'm not talking about those people. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that have never ever been in trouble and they speaking on with it. Oh, he a rat. He this, he that. Mark my word. When it's time come for you to be all you say you gonna be, you will be that. But remember this, you are who you are no matter where you go. No matter where you go, man. But I will say this, Woody is not locked up and he's still walking around. So what that tells you, people knew who he was then and they know who he is now. So that says a lot about him. In other words, people know who to fuck with. If you don't come right, you might not be coming back at all. And that's real. So that's why I said what I said about Woody. Now, let's talk about this. Woody had hooked up with none other than CW, Charleston White. Charleston White. Y'all already know what that shit is, man. And people might not like that. People have already voiced their opinion on these particular people. But what I say is this. Mind your motherfucking business. Mind your business. Because when you reach a certain level in life, you understand what time it is. There's consequences and repercussions for whatever you do. That's just part of life when you get up there at a certain age. But I will say this, man, that two people that have became known and they worked their way to being known, it's no different than Donald Trump. It's no different. But millions and millions of people vote for him. The same way that it's millions and millions of people that like Charleston and Woody. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So, like I said, man, if this would have been any other person that's in trouble, you would have never known Woody or Young Thug if it had just been two black people going to court for a RICO case, because that shit happens every day. So the reason why I said shout out to Woody is because he turned that negative into a positive. Because anybody other than him would have been running and hiding, because how people feel about him or giving a personal opinion about him. That's a lot of pressure for a person to take. Why? Because people take shots at your character every day. And it's a lot of people in the streets can't handle that shit. They run and they hide. But not with him. Not with him. He hooked up with CW. He hooked up with CW. So that tells a lot about these two people's character, man. They don't give a fuck about what the people say. They got a life to live, and they're going to live it on their own, regardless of whatever people say. So you can reject it, but you're going to respect it in a way that you understand that these two particular people, they're going to live their life, man, as they should. Because I will say this. I will say this before I get out of here. You got people leaving this place every day, this world. And when it's your time to leave, you're going to leave. You're going to leave. It's just like this here. When God bless the good people, he blessed the sinner also. And people never understood that. What they would say is this: why did he get blessed and he did this? Well, in life, it's a such thing as this. It might be your time, but it's not your turn. It's a long line of shit that's gonna happen to you before you leave this earth, man. So to sum it up, without the YSL trial, Woody never come into his own. He'd never find out what he can stand or what he can't stand. Because a man will operate smoothly when it's going good. Your character will only be tested when that motherfucking heat and that fire get turned up under your feet. So far, so good for Woody. And like I said, it's my personal opinion. And I'm speaking on the YSL trial because it's so fucking ghetto, and you got black DAs trying to get a name of other black people. And that don't mean for them not to do their job. Pursue people when the evidence is there. But when there's nothing there, let that shit go. Because you're wasting your time and you're wasting the people's time. But on the back end of that shit, man, y'all stay up and y'all stay free. And remember to do one thing for me. Hit that like button and that subscribe button. Salute.